I'm alive! Hey guys, so it's been a while since we talked and I feel bad, so yeah, here I am. Let's talk about some stuff. So for this one we'll talk about where I've been for the last, I guess now 2 weeks. We'll do some Disney news stuff and then we'll talk about the channel at the end. Alright, so where have I been? So, if you guys have been with the channel for a while, you probably know the answer to this question already, but for those of you who are new, here's the basic rundown. So, if I worked a normal Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job, this really wouldn't be an issue because I would have plenty of time to, do what I had to do at work and then come home and do videos here and actually have a social life and, not go insane. Unfortunately, my job doesn't quite work like that. I have, sometimes very long hours, like 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. sort of hours, and working every day sort of thing, and including weekends and all that stuff. So what ends up happening is a couple of things. For one, there's just not enough hours in the day. If I'm working all day, I don't have time to research and do all that fun stuff for you guys for the channel. The other things are that sometimes I just determine when I get back that sleep is more important and more necessary to my health. And the other thing is, a lot of my job does involve video editing, and after staring at a computer screen for long hours, yeah, sometimes you get home and the last thing you want to do is continue to stare at a computer screen and do more editing. So, yeah, it's just been one of those crazy kind of stretches of time where I just haven't had the time and I haven't had the drive really when I get home to work on videos for you guys, and again, I'm always sorry about that, and I apologize for not having content for a little while, but yeah, that's what's been going on. Again, only so many hours in the day and only so much sanity that I could possibly have from working on videos. And just kind of taking you behind the curtain a little bit, a lot of these videos that I do actually do take a lengthy amount of time. Just talking about the Disney Guy reviews in general, when I first just set up this channel, the reason why I had Disney Guy reviews every other week was because I felt that I was going to need 2 weeks to do them. And I still feel that way, that I need 2 weeks to do them, but of course, with my schedule, with my work schedule as it is, I end up working on just one video at a time as it is, which is why things sometimes get a little delayed because I have less time to do the same amount of content. Again, talking about my Disney Guy reviews, most of them are 5-step processes, just to let you just kind of understand a little bit how long they take or how much work goes into them. The first step is watching the movie, which luckily doesn't take that long because they're only a little over an hour and a half, most of them. The second part is researching, which, depending on the movie, could take very short or very long. Again, it depends on both the scale of the movie and the obscurity of the movie. Like some of the wartime era films took a little bit longer to research just because there's only so much information out there on them. The third part is writing my script, which shouldn't take as long as it does. I admit I'm very bad about trying to get the motivation sometimes to write the script and to kind of make it perfect and get all the information on there. Actually, physically writing it probably takes a few hours, but in all, it'll take a couple days just because of work and kind of getting myself up to do it. The next part is filming all my stuff, which, again, doesn't take too long, but it's one of those things where it's a very kind of sensitive time sort of thing because I try not to do it when, like, my roommate is around or when I'm disturbing people or when there's other kind of factors going on that are going to mess with my noise. So I end up doing those usually, like, late at night. So, again, it's one of those things where it may not take all that long to do. Take like an hour and a half usually, sometimes an hour. But when you're doing it at night, and especially if you have to be up in the morning for work, and up in the morning early for work, finding time to do the filming can always be tough. And the last thing is editing, which, yeah, editing will take a little while because it's finding the clips, finding the images, putting it all together. So that takes a few days. So again, that's why these things take a while, is because it's a long process. These things happen. Alright, but enough about that for a little bit. Let's talk about some Disney-related news. So for the past couple of these, we talked about this whole kind of movement into the live-action adaptations of Disney animated classics. And I know the newest one that I heard of was Dumbo, which, yeah, I'm a little concerned about that one just because there's a lot of questions I think I'm raising on that one. For one, the movie Dumbo, as we know, is extremely short. I believe it's the shortest of all the Disney animated features, and trying to bring that into a modern movie setting, which, you know, you're looking at like 2 hours. I don't know where they're going to stretch exactly, or how they can do that. Because again, the source material also wasn't very big. Again, if you need more information on all that, you can check out my Disney Guy review on the movie Dumbo. But yeah, a lot of questions I'm raising on that one. Again, who knows? Again, these are all just kind of in development. You never know if they actually will get made or not, and also they may turn out fantastic, and all of my fears are for naught. So we will see. But I gotta say, I will be very interested to see how they handle some elements of Dumbo, particularly the crows, if nothing else, because as I explained in my review of it, yeah, the crows are a little bit racist, I guess would be the correct term, or at least racially insensitive. We'll go racially insensitive. How about that? With further news on the adaptations, I saw the cast is starting to get put together for Jungle Book, and it looks very good. The two of the big names that I saw that came out were Bill Murray for Baloo, which I love Bill Murray, so I mean, that's always good, and Christopher Walken will be playing King Louie, which led to me making the joke that I'm pretty positive that Christopher Walken probably just recorded himself singing I Want to Be Like You, sent it into a studio somewhere, and that's why they're making this into a movie, because I just think that Christopher Walken as an orangutan, or whatever King Louie is, I'm pretty sure he's an orangutan, is one of the funnier images that I can come up with in my mind. So hey, you know, I expressed some kind of fears about Jungle Book early when they first talked about adapting it, and I'm still a little wary on it, but fears are alleviated a little bit when I start to see the names attached to it, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll come out good. And really, I still find it incredible how many of these movies are being announced, basically because there's only been one. Maleficent came out, and yeah, it did well. I'm just surprised that with just the one success, just the one kind of test run, that it just has opened the floodgates. And I'm surprised there wasn't another sort of test run, because Maleficent, I'm not sure if we know if it was successful because it was an adaptation of Sleeping Beauty or because of the other elements going on with it. I mean, really, it was kind of like a Wicked-esque look at a really popular Disney villain. So my question becomes, did it have the success that it had because of the cast? Did it have the success it had because of the appeal of the story itself? Or was it successful because it's an adaptation of a classic Disney feature? And I guess we'll see in the coming months and years, really, because now we have Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Jungle Book, now Dumbo. So this is clearly a direction Disney's headed, so hopefully it's a good one. The other thing that I want to talk about today were some trailers that have come out recently. We're starting to get into that part of the year where Disney kind of comes back, and the two big trailers at least, Disney-wise, that have come out over the past couple weeks were Big Hero 6, a full actual trailer, not just the teaser one that we had seen, and the first kind of teaser trailer for Into the Woods. So Big Hero 6, I kind of talked about this for the teaser, and it goes even more for the trailer. The trailer has me more excited to see the movie than I was before I saw it. So, I mean, successful trailer in my mind. That's usually the goal of it. Again, it looks fun. It looks like it'll be a fun movie. I was a little wary of when I first kind of heard about the movie and saw like the first sort of like test teasers, how it would look, like if it would actually look like it were in the Disney style, and it definitely does. I said it actually reminds me a lot of The Incredibles, which, yes, it's Pixar, but I also think it's awesome. So yeah, I'm excited to see that movie. I wasn't kind of going nuts to see it when I first heard about it, but now kind of learning more about it and seeing some more of the trailers, looks like it'll be pretty good. So I'm excited for that one. And Into the Woods, that's kind of the big one that's coming out now. Into the Woods is an adaptation of the Stephen Sondheim musical, and it has a ridiculous cast in it, and really, it's kind of right up Disney's alley, and it's in no way Disney's alley. And the reason why I say that is because the story itself is it follows a lot of these fairy tales and kind of mixing them together and everything like that, which again is very Disney and very kind of, their style. but it's also very dark, and it has a lot of dark twists and turns. Now, granted, some of those dark story elements I know are not going to be in this adaptation for obvious reasons, especially if you know what they are. I'm not going to delve into spoilers and all that stuff. But, yeah, so it's I'm curious to see it. I'm excited to see it. Anytime it's a Disney musical, I'm kind of all about it. And the trailer looked very cool, very kind of, dark, and the atmosphere looked good, and I think the music is going to be great. So, yeah, I'm excited to see that one. I've been geared up for that for a while now. The part that I found interesting, though, about the trailer for Into the Woods was the fact that we didn't see any singing. Now, why I find that interesting is because for someone like me, again, I know that Into the Woods is a musical. I know it's an adaptation of a musical. So I know that singing will be there. And I think that most people also know that it will be there, but not everybody. And I do wonder sometimes about if that's a strategy to try to get people who would completely dismiss it if they knew it was a musical to get them into the theaters, or if it's just a strategy just because, I'm personally okay with not showing the singing because it's not like it's, like I said, it's not really deceiving me, because I know what it's going to be, but also I really enjoy hearing the singing, and I think that's going to be a big part of the movie, and it's one of those things where you don't want to show the best parts in the trailer, and I think that the singing could be such a huge thing. I'm kind of okay with not hearing it until I'm actually seeing the movie. That way I can get the full effect of it. So yeah, I think I've rambled enough about some Disney news. So let's talk about the channel real quick. So another kind of thing that's been wearing at me a little bit in terms of this whole delay is my motivation was kind of wearing here and there, and it has nothing to do with you guys who watch and comment and all that. I think part of it is just fatigue in general. I'm just tired from work, but part of it is, admittedly, even though I try not to concern myself about things like that, it is like, the fact that my Cinderella review that I worked on for weeks, kind of had high hopes on, I think as of this moment it's like under 400 views, which again, I really don't try to take too much stock in that sort of stuff, because I'm doing this because I enjoy it, because it's fun for me. But I'd be lying to you if I said it wasn't kind of frustrating that something that, as I kind of explained before, you take so much time on and take so much pride in, and it feels like you're just kind of nobody's seeing it, And that being said, though, I think that the channel's also made a lot of strides. I have, if not 200, pretty close to 200 subscribers, which is admittedly a modest number, but for me that's kind of cool that there's 200 people out there who are willing to kind of consistently watch my stuff. So, you take the good with the bad with the channel and with YouTube in general. So, yeah. Again, the frustration is there sometimes that the videos aren't getting the views that I would like, or that they're not getting out to the public as much as I like. And part of that could also be my fault, just not promoting it as much as I could, or promoting it in the right spots, I guess. Is what I'm looking for, and hopefully it's one of those things where over time it will kind of sort itself out, and we'll get more viewers and more of the community for the comments. And some housework for the channel. Yeah, this is what happens when you work as much as I do and then try to put a video together. In the Cinderella review, at the end, when I showed you guys what next week's video was going to be, I showed you Alice in Wonderland, which is not what the next video is going to be. That's going to be 2 weeks from now, which is how it always works. I just was not thinking correctly. My next video is actually going to be an influential person. I won't say who the person is yet, but basically it has to do with somebody whose birthday it was that I totally missed a couple months back. Not that I missed it, but I got so behind in May, had to kind of play some catch up for a while. So it's kind of like a delayed birthday present sort of deal. If that gives it away, whatever. But yeah, it'll be an influential person, backed by popular demand, and then Alice in Wonderland. And now, open it up to you guys. In the comments below, I want to know a couple of things, if you could all indulge me. For one, of course, like always, all the stuff that I was talking about here with the trailers and with the live-action adaptations, give me your thoughts on all that stuff. Did you like the trailers? Did you not like them? What do you think about showing the music, not showing the music? What do you think about live action adaptations? Do you have high hopes for them? Do you not? All that jazz. So, of course, leave all that below. And then really, I have 2 questions for you guys that if you could answer them, I'd be very appreciative. And for one, I'm getting towards kind of the point of no return on the next Disney Channel original movie review. So if you guys have kind of last minute suggestions for which one I should do, by all means leave them below, and I'll pick one of them. And the other question is, where did you guys find my channel, or how did you find my channel? I would love to know, because like I said, I would like to promote my channel on places where I can find more Disney people, and where I think that people will enjoy my channel, where they go for things. So, you know, let me know where you guys found me, or how you found me, and if you guys have any suggestions for where I can find more Disney people to kind of build a community here, by all means, let me know. And guys, as always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, all that good stuff, the easiest way to get in contact with me usually is by my email. It's joethedisneyguy@gmail.com. I try to do the best I can to answer as many questions as I can. I know I'm busy, but I can always shoot an email. And again, I like hearing back from you guys. I like the community. I like kind of talking to you guys in the comment section and over email. It's fun. At the end of the day, I'm just a fan of Disney, and it's kind of fun to talk about this sort of stuff with other fans, especially people who are actually fans of my work too, which I still kind of can't get over and think is awesome. Alright guys, I rambled enough for one day. Again, sorry again about the delays. Hopefully, and I say this all the time, but hopefully we can kind of get over them now and start to, I hope, get back on a regular schedule, though kind of no guarantees on that until September. September is when things kind of like really die down, and I should be able to kind of go full gear back into this, and life will be good again. But I'm working on the next video, so hopefully that will be out sometime this week. And as always, man, thank you guys for sticking with me through all this craziness. I know that if for your Disney fix, I'm not all that consistent for you guys, but you guys are awesome, and that's really all I got. Is thank you guys for sticking with me, and hopefully better times are ahead. Bye.